Hi, welcome to The Passionate Spinner. My name is Tracy and today I'm going to talk to you about books. And as you can see in my glasses, I got a new ring light so you can actually see me when I'm sitting here at the books. And the cats are here as well. So the problem is with the ring light, I don't know, I kind of have to angle my head like this and then not move again. Otherwise we will have the weird hypnotic stare, but yeah. At least you can see me, you know, it's just, we will try this. Okay, so like I said, today's video is about books, and more specifically, it is a book unhaul video. I've never filmed anything like this before, but can I do it like this? No. But I have a lot of books, as you probably have realized by now. And the main problem is that I have so many books and just not enough time. And there's a lot of books on my shelves that I'm not really interested in reading anymore. So it's time to just get rid of them. So in front of me are 3 stacks of books that I went through my shelves yesterday and decided to get rid of those. And I'm going to show them to you. And I'm not yet sure what to do with them. So some of these are German, some of them are English, but you will get to see that. So the first thing is a trilogy by Terry Brooks. I'm going to show you one of them. I have no idea if it's the first, last, or middle book, but it doesn't really matter. It's Terry Brooks' Dämonenfeuer. Like I said, it's a whole trilogy. I have Dämonenfeuer, Stadt der Dämonen, and Dämonensommer. I got all of these from a former friend of mine. And she just like, oh, I think you will like these. I read them, just take them. And there's going to be more of that in here. But I read the blurb on the back and it's just not really something I want to read. So I'm going to get rid of these. So that's the first trilogy. Then in that same line of books, I have these 2. They are by Jean C. Stein. And they're vampire books, it says on the front. One of them is called Verführung der Nacht. The other one is called Lockruf des Blutes. And I will not look up the original English titles. But yeah, it's these 2 books here. I have no interest in reading them. I'm kind of over the vampire books, you know, I just... the only thing I do know about them is that they are the first and second book in a series. So... you know, then I have 4 books from my used book advent calendar that I got. The first one is The Horse Whisperer. I'm just absolutely not interested in reading this. I saw the movie in the early 2000s or whenever it was released, and it's just not for me. The other one is Up to No Good by Karen S. Smith, and that is erotica. Not interested. The third one is The Surgeon by Tess Gerritsen, and that is very much up my alley, so much so that I already own the book. So I don't need 2 of them. I'm gonna get rid of that one. And the same goes for City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I already have that. The thing is, the book that I received in the advent calendar is actually this one here, that one. And I had that before and I loaned it out to someone, never got it back. So I rebought the first book and I only could get this version. I was super pissed because I had the other ones that matched. So when I got the first book in my matching set in the advent calendar, I put that one on the shelf and got this new one out. And I'm going to get rid of this because, again, I don't need 2 of these. Okay, then more of the You Have Them books. The first one is by Tara K. Harper. It's called Die Feuertänzerin, and it says Das Reich der Katzen. So I'm guessing it's probably called The Kingdom of the Cats or something. But it's the first book in a series, and it's about large cats who can talk and people who can learn how to talk to animals. So I'm no, just not interested. The next one is Peter Straub, and it's called Magic Terror. And I think this is like a horror book, and I'm not into horror. I'm too much of a scaredy cat. So yeah, it's just, I don't want to read that. Next one in the same block is Jeremy Robinson, Operation Genesis. It's a German book, so it's called Operation Genesis, but you know, it's the same title probably in English. And another one that I have no interest in, because this is about a virus that is threatening the world, and you know, I had enough of that in the last few years. So, and then I have one more, I think, from my friend who gave them to me, and that is Stephen King, The Talisman. And I had a very large Stephen King phase in my youth. When I was like 16, I read a lot of Stephen King. I love Stephen King. Some of the things, The Green Mile will forever be one of my favorite books, but I just don't want to read this one. No interest. Okay, then next up is a 6-book series that I got because of a recommendation of that same friend. And she couldn't give me her books because she either had loaned them out to someone else or refused to give them away because she loved them so much. And I got all of these on eBay so I could read them. And I read the first book, The Witch, the first book in this series, and I absolutely hated it. So good thing I bought 6 of them. So this is Schwestern des Mondes, like the Sisters of the Moon. And the books are by Jasmine Galenorn? No idea. But yeah, I have 6 of these. I do not want to read them. They will all go out of my house. Like I said, I'm not sure yet what to do with them. Should I donate them to the library or put them in a, like one of those free little libraries? I have no idea. Then I'm giving away The Story of Classic Crime in 100 Books by Martin Edwards. I read this last year and it was interesting, but it's not a book that I want to reread. You know, it's basically goes through the history of what classic fiction is, what it means, and then talks about 100 books in the classic crime genre. So it was really interesting, but again, not a reread book for me. As was this one, Shatter Me. I bought this last year, I think in December, and I read it in January, and it's the first book in the Shatter Me series, and I do not want to read the rest of the series, so there's no reason to hang on to book 1. Next up is O du Mörderische by Anne George. It's the 2nd book in a series by her. It's a cozy mystery series about 2 sisters in their 60s. And I just really didn't like this book at all. So it's gonna go. I read it last year and I gave it 2 stars. It's one of the worst books of the year. Then I have these 2 books. They're called Skeleton Creek and Ghost in the Machine. I bought them because I, at the time, thought, look at the little reflection. I bought them at the time because I thought they sounded super cool and they were interactive with websites and stuff. But as you can see, they still have this protective sleeve on. And I haven't opened it once. So these are the only ones where I'm not sure if I should still keep them. But on the inside, they're written like this, you know. So they look like a journal. They're probably a quick read, but I don't know. So, okay, yeah. These 2 are I might keep them after all, so I'm going to put them in a different pile for now. What sparked my whole, I think I should get rid of a few books, is Nick Hornby. A booktuber that I watched had bought a Nick Hornby book and was like, ooh, I have some Nick Hornby books and I just don't read them, you know. I read 2 of them. I read High Fidelity and About a Boy, and the other 2 I have not read, and I've had these for 20 years, 15 years, forever. And yeah, they're all in German and they will all leave my house because I will not reach for them ever. So why keep them? The same goes for these 2 books, and why I bought these in the first place, I'm not quite sure. It's Buffy the Vampire Slayer books. I bought 2, supposedly there's a 3rd, And I'm not going to read these. I bought them many years ago, and I just have no interest in reading the books. I love the show, and that's initially, this light is very irritating. I love the show, and that's why I bought the books initially, but then I realized that I love the show for what it is, and I don't really want to read about it. And the last thing that I'm going to get rid of this time around is the Maze Runner trilogy. It's I think a YA dystopian, and I bought it when all of those YA dystopians were a thing. And I realized I haven't read any of them until now. I do have the Hunger Games, the German translation. I haven't read those either. I never got the Allegiance books. Are they called Allegiance books? Divergent. The Divergent series. I never got that one. I did, however, get this one, and I don't want to read it at all. So it also will go. So this is the books that I want to get rid of. And I have to count them, but I think it's like 20, maybe more. And that makes me very happy, because that makes room on my shelves for books that I actually want to read. And I will find a good home for these. I will not throw them away, you know. They will go to other readers, and that will make me happy. So yeah, that's it for me for today. A bit of a different video, but why not, you know? So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.